Maybe you're somebody that's always wanted to live really close to the water, to the beach, and you love the western side of Florida, and you want to live in a gated, amenities-rich community. What are your options? Well, today I want to talk to you about Wellen Park, which is a master planned community that falls right on Venice in the North Port area, and is about 31 miles away from Lakewood Ranch, 30 miles to downtown Sarasota, 28 miles to Siesta Key Beach, 10 miles to Main Street Venice and Venice Beach. So Main Street Venice, the whole Venice area is going to be the closest in terms of where to go to if you wanted to get outside of downtown Wellen Park. And so that's really what I want to dive into today, is the Wellen Park proposition, to see if that's actually a place that you want to explore more of. Maybe you're looking for new construction homes. There's a lot of new construction opportunities there, and there's also some resale opportunities as well. A lot of people that are looking into Lakewood Ranch, you may have heard of Lakewood Ranch. It's actually the #1 multi-gen selling community in the United States. Lakewood Ranch will fall east of Highway 75, further above Sarasota into Bradenton, Manatee County, and then Wellen Park, it's way further south, but really close to the coast. So it's on the west side of Highway 75. And so I always tell people, if you're somebody that wants to save a little bit of money, because Wellen Park is going to be more affordable than Lakewood Ranch, and you also want to be in relatively close distance to the beaches, in this case for Wellen Park, it would be Minnesota Key Beach, or maybe Casperson Beach, or the Venice beaches. They're relatively close, about 20 to 25 minutes away, depending on traffic. Then you're going to be much better off in Wellen Park, because as soon as you head over Lakewood Ranch, in most cases, especially with traffic, it can easily take you 45 minutes to an hour to get to a good beach, whether it's Siesta Key or Lido Key. And so beach lovers are going to be much better off in Wellen Park, as long as you don't want to be really close to major shopping. So Lakewood Ranch is going to be close to the UTC Mall area. Well, if you're in Wellen Park, you'll have some shopping around, but not a shopping mall. For that, you would have to hop on Highway 75 and right up north, and that could easily take you, again with traffic, maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Plus, Wellen Park won't have as much in terms of restaurants, but there's a lot happening in Wellen Park that I think is really changing the ball game, so to say, in that area, because the downtown area just recently opened up, actually over a year ago now. It seems like it was just yesterday, but it's been over a year. Wellen Park covers about 11,000 acres, which includes 7,000 acres of undeveloped land. Now, there's another 5 to 10 years left in terms of building out the entire community of Wellen Park, which will consist of about 22,000 homes and 60,000 residents once it's completely done. So Lakewood Ranch is going to be approximately 3 times in size, right? So think of Wellen Park as 1/3 of Lakewood Ranch, and just in comparison, Lakewood Ranch covers estimated 33,000 acres, and right now there's 15 plus villages in Lakewood Ranch, and they have another 10 years of build out. Once it's completely built out, it's going to be 44,000 homes and approximately 100,000 people. That's my understanding. And let's just talk about Wellen, the name Wellen Park. Why is it called that way? Well, in the past, it was actually called the West Villages. And people got really confused because there's the Villages, which is in the center of Florida. And a lot of people thought that the West Villages, which is now Wellen Park, was an extension of the villages in Central Florida, which isn't the case. And so the name was rebranded to Wellen Park, and Wellen is actually a Dutch and German name. In German it means waves, and in Dutch it means wellness. And that word makes a lot of sense for the area, because you are really close to the beaches. And there's just a lot of nature around Wellen Park. You'll have your things to do in terms of entertainment, restaurants, but there's also plenty of nature trails. There's the Mayaka Forest, and just lots to do in terms of outdoor activities, sports, from kayaking to fishing to boating. Wellen Park is a master plan community. Now, there's several different builders in Wellen Park: Lennar, Pulte, Lee Withington Homes, John Cannon Homes, Homes by West Bay, Mattamy Homes, Neal Community, Sam Rogers Homes, and then Toll Brothers. And prices can range quite a bit, from about $500,000 for a single family home up to over $1 million. But I would say in comparison to living in Sarasota proper, so central Sarasota or Lakewood Ranch, you're going to save some money moving into Wellen Park. But I do think that that's going to change in the future because Wellen Park is becoming more built out. And so the proposition, especially over the last year plus, has really changed with the opening of the downtown area. And now let's talk about the downtown area of Wellen Park, which to me is really becoming kind of the heart and soul of Wellen Park. It's just, you know, where people are going to meet each other, to make friends. That's where you go to have a drink, to have some food, to maybe walk around the lake. I mean, there's just so much happening in downtown Wellen Park, lots of activities there. And what I want to do is actually show you a video that came out a few years ago, I believe at this point. But I'm just really amazed at how close they kept the actual downtown Wellen Park, because I was just there recently, to the concepts. And so I want to show you just a snippet of the concept, and then I'm going to show you an actual video that I took just a few days ago in downtown Wellen Park, and that'll give you a flavor of what I consider the heart and soul of Wellen Park. Isn't fantastic, the downtown area? I mean, it's just amazing what they've done with the concept and how realistic it looks today to the concept that was initially presented. I just thought the marketing team did a really good job. But let's actually talk about what's open right now. You've got Foxtail Coffee, Oak and Stone, and that's actually where the rooftop bar is. If you wanted to rent kayaks or maybe a bike, you can go to Kind Vibes Outfitters. There's also Pop Dogs. You got Claw & Co., which is more like a food truck. And there you can get authentic New England fare. You got Villainy & Co., which is steak, seafood, and raw bar. Naples Soap Company. And then the Banyan House offers wood-fired steaks, seafood, and pasta. All right, let's talk about future developments that are much more retail focused, so not communities. I'll get into communities in a moment. But this is really exciting for everybody that lives down there, and that is Costco is going to be opening in June of this year, actually. Also, there's going to be a hospital moving in, 200 beds. And relatively recently, K-6 has been opened and 7 and 8 will be added fairly soon. So there's just a lot of exciting activity happening in Wellen Park. And now let's talk about the communities. We're going to look at this map right now just to give you an idea of where Wellen Park sits and kind of the size of it. And it also showcases all the communities and what's sold out and what's not. So let's look at this map over here. And you can see that wherever it says sold out, there's no new construction opportunities anymore, but resales come to the market all the time. And so if you're somebody that's looking to purchase a home that's already been lived in, it's readily available, assuming it's on the market, then a resale is a really good opportunity, unless you're looking for new construction and you're able to find a quick move-in ready home. And those are much faster to move into when it's new construction. But Grand Paradiso, Island Walk, The Preserve, Oasis, Tortuga, those are all opportunities where you're going to be able to find existing homes. Now let's talk about all the new communities, and there's many of them. And they're kind of right here in the middle. There's Brightmoor. Brightmoor is the only 55 and up community that is not a rental. So if you're looking for that type of demographics in a community, Brightmoor is the place to be. It's going to be Mattamy homes, about 600 of them. And prices for single family homes are going to start in the $500,000 range. This is going to be very amenities rich, like most of these communities. There's also Solstice, the Wellen Park Golf and Country Club. So if you're a golfer, there are really two main communities you should be looking at. Wellen Park Golf and Country Club is one of them. And then Boca Royale is an older community, but they recently went through rebranding. There's a newer section by Neal Communities where you will find new construction opportunities as well. And so if you refer to this chart that I've pulled up, you'll see all the actively selling neighborhoods, the name of the neighborhoods, the number of homes on them, the square foot range. With starting price, you typically have to add in the cost of the lot and the cost of structural and design upgrades. And typically when it comes to adding design and structural upgrades, I would take 20% of the base. So you take the starting price, add 20% to that, and then whatever lot you really like. And lot cost could be anywhere from $20,000 to more. It really depends on the lot itself. Is it lake facing? Is it preserve facing? Does it face another home? Those are typically more affordable. And of course, it's also, the cost is also going to be driven by the neighborhood it's in. And I'm actually going to link to this specific chart here in the description section of my video, so make sure that you check it out. Besides the beaches, there are plenty of parks and just biking trails. I absolutely love Mayaka State Forest. It is so much fun just to go hiking there. There you'll find about 40 miles of trails, and those are open for biking, hiking. There's also horse trails there, so if you're somebody who likes to jump on a horse, take them to Mayaka State Park. Now, there's the Senate Bob Johnson's Landing, which is going to be closer to kind of the downtown Wellen Park area. It's really nice to just kind of get away from downtown Wellen Park if you wanted to be in a much more secluded area, close to nature. But besides nature, there's just so much happening in terms of events. And for you baseball fans, there's the Cool Today Park, which is where the Atlanta Braves actually practice during the spring. And you can see them practice, right? I mean, there's tickets that they give out. But if they're not utilizing the Cool Today Park for that, for practicing purposes, it's open for all sorts of events. So let me just show you some of the events that they put on, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, it's just so much. If you go to wellenpark.com events, you'll be able to see them, but let's just kind of go through this list here. So Sundays, you've got Sunday Groove, and this is in downtown Wellen Park. Most of it is going to be in downtown Wellen Park. You've got walking group meetups, cycling group meetups, great way, right, to meet friends that you probably have something in common with. Running group meetups. You've got the Fresh Harvest Farmers Market, which is Sunday mornings from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Zumba in downtown Wellen Park, Mondays from 9 to 10 a.m. And then these pop-up fitness classes. And you just go through the list. Now, just recently, FEMA passed on new maps, and some of the properties in Sarasota County may have changed flood zone designations. And so what I'm going to do is link to the newest map in the description section of this video. And so if you get to the point where you're actually interested in a property or in a community, you would just type in that address to double check the flood zone designation. Also good to do is to call an insurance agent, and of course double check with the community itself. If you want support in helping you kind of figure out the communities, in helping you navigate the new construction process, I would love to help you. Call me, email me anytime. I would love to team up with you. And thanks so much for watching today.